do this and every court case will end in your favor. How to win court cases. How to win or end a court case. By God's grace, in today's video, I want to teach us without wasting time how you can actually win or end a court case. But first of all, I need to tell you this: I am never in support of any evil. Neither will I ever project any evil in this channel. If that court case involves the fact that you are highly at fault, let's say for instance, you decide to steal what is not yours. For example, you are deliberately dragging a widow's land. Please return it to the widow and withdraw that court case, because this recipe will not work for you. And then, or maybe you know that something does not belong to you and you are struggling for it. Please don't go ahead with this recipe. Just settle out of court and return the thing. Or you are actually going to court in the respect of election and you know 100% sure that you did not win, but you continue to pursue that case. You are dealing with nature, you are dealing with the universe. Believe me, they know more than you. This recipe will not work for you. But whereby to an extent you find yourself in a web that you cannot control and it ended in court case. You may be guilty to an extent, but not to this level. Maybe somebody implicated you in something, or somebody want to take what is rightfully yours, your land or whatsoever, and you are involved in court case. If only you can follow me to the end of this video, that court case will end in your favor, one. And number two, if you want it to end once and for all, it is going to be the end of that case. So welcome once again to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I discuss three important variables which are actually health, safety, and spirituality. Believe me, if you can understand and apply these three correctly in your life, the sky will not be your limit. It becomes your starting point. If this is the very first time you're landing in this channel, you're highly welcome. Please do well to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so that YouTube will always notify you once I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. For my new timers, if you are looking for any video, just go through the search button in YouTube and type Jenny Action TV / the keyword in that video. For example, court case, because I have actually made the first video on how to scatter court case, and by God's grace, you will watch and get some values. So without actually wasting your time, let's delve into the video. You know, there is a saying that says adequate preparation actually prevents poor performance. When you are involved in something and you want that thing to be 100% success, you need to get prepared. Now, if you are involved in court case, please, 8 days before the court case, in other words, you will do a kind of 7 days recipe. On the 8th day, that 8th day becomes the day of the court case. So what are you going to do? You are going to get me these items. You are going to get 7 pieces of white candle, 7 pieces of white candle, a plain paper, mustard seed, salt. Then after getting salt, of course, big that you will use to write, blue big per se, and you get bay leaves, 3 pieces, just 3 pieces, a bottle of Fanta, 3 pieces of white sugar, and original honey. Let it be original honey. Now, what are you going to do? That plain white paper, write how you want that case to be turned out. Plain white paper like A4 paper that we're using to type, or you get a drawing paper that children normally use. I have told you that you can buy drawing paper. A kind of spiritual work manifests faster when you are using papers with your lines. Make sure that that paper is not having any line. Then, like drawing a book that children use, you can actually buy it and be tearing it page by page. So you can, let's say this is drawing paper book. You'll be tearing it page by page. So now when you have gotten that, then you write first of all how you want that case to turn out. So after you have written how you want that case to turn out, whether you want to win the case, you summarize the case, maybe the case of land between me, the case of certificate between me and me, the case of election between me. You write out clearly the names of all the people involved in that case, and then write that you want this case to end in my favor, or you want this case to end finally this day. I'm going to go for this court and let it end in my favor. Then after you have written it with your name, when you write end in my favor, include your name, like end in my favor in bracket Jennifer Shioma Shidozie. So when you have written it clearly, then you now get your original honey like this, and get something like a cup like this, and put like just a spoon of original honey on each day. Use spoon, 1 spoon, because you're going to be massaging it in that candle, and then it means that you are going to use 7 spoons in total, and then mix it with that particular mustard seed, just a handful, or it's not even up to a handful, a little bit of mustard seed, a pinch of it. No, they are tiny, 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 like sand. You just get a little bit of mustard seed and mix it together with that honey, praying that this mustard seed, they are using it to set confusion between the party that is involved in this particular a case, and that honey represents sweetness, that this particular case is ending in your favor, that is going to sponsor sweetness in your life. It's not the one that will end in sorrow for you, but that the mustard seed represents confusion, that as it is one word like this, that as so shall you scatter the parties, and that their lawyer their representative lawyer and the judge, that judge will never work in their favor. Now when you have done that, then this thing, you do it every night. If you want, you have finished everything, pressing food, watching television, you are about to go to sleep, then you get that plain paper, you have written how you want that case to end, and put it down on the bare floor. Then when you put it down, you set that candle on top of that particular paper, and then you have already massaged with that mixture of mustard seed and the honey. And then let me not forget, with your cinnamon stick. Then now as you start burning, use the cinnamon stick, that thing you have written that the candle is standing on, and begin to make your prayers how you want the case to be. That first day you are going to be reading some psalms. You can start with Psalm 51, that God have mercy on you, anything in you that will cause this case not to end in your favor, that God will cleanse, purge, sanctify you. You start read that Psalm 51 as you are burning. When you finish, you begin to talk how you want that case, how you want the lawyer to react, how you want to put confusion in the midst of your enemies, or the people that your opponents, and then everything you want at that court case, you continue. You can actually get the candle that is very, very slim, not this slim candle that can burn down very fast. I know that you need to prepare for something, so even if it take you 1 hour, it doesn't make. The most important thing is that let that case end in your favor. So as this cinnamon stick is burning, you are talking everything you want. When you have talked and you are almost exhausting what you have to talk, open your Bible, be reading like Psalm 35, that God fights your battle, and so on and so forth, while you are burning. Then when you burn the cinnamon stick, the next time you keep it, you get your Bible and start reading Psalm 35. As you are reading it, I told you that we pray Psalm. God, like you are saying, God, fight for me. You call their name. God, fight these people. Give me victory. Put them. So you are using that psalm to pray. Then when you are through with that Psalm 35 and the candle has not yet burned down, you can actually use Psalm 37. You can also pray Psalm 5, Psalm 7, as the case may be. And then until that candle burn down completely, you pack that one and thank the Almighty God, your guardian angel, and the universe for giving you victory. You go and sleep. The next day, when you have done your night prayers and probably you're about to sleep, you set the candle, pray the sentence. Third day, you pray the sentence. Fourth day, you do the same way. Then on the 5th day, 6th and 7th, you are now going to do spiritual bath. 5th, 6th, 7th day, that will make it on the 8th day. It will be the day of the court. What are you going to do? You fill your bucket with water. Fill this thing first thing in the morning, but you will take that bath in the night. But first thing in the morning, you get your full bucket of water, put it 3 pieces of sugar, then put 1 spoon of original honey inside it. Put 1 bottle of Fanta. Fanta represents celebration, that you have already won that case already. And then put a spoon of salt, 3 pieces of sugar, 1 bottle of Fanta, 1 spoon of honey, and a pinch of salt. So when you have done that, you leave it in the night. When you set your candle and make your prayers, then the candle will still be there burning. Remember that it is pepper that is down, so you don't allow it to burn completely, so much so that pepper a kind of catch fire. So you need to be careful, because that pepper don't need to catch fire. When it's almost burned down, you can off it. So You now enter bedroom, put your right middle finger, begin to pray that as sugar is full of sweetness, sugar have a high vibration frequency in the universe of attracting only sweetness, that you just want this case we end in such a way that you feel good, that it will be full of sweetness in your life. You will not have anything to regret, that the parties that are into this case with you will surely be the ones to regret it, not you. And then that as everybody have eaten salt, that this salt it represents the fact that so long as salt doesn't die, salt doesn't decay, I will never be defeated. I will be the one that will win. And as men that have eaten salt will work in your favor. And that as nobody reject honey, so shall everybody that is involved in this case. That even the lawyer of your opponent will begin to be confused, and they will begin to work for you instead of working against you. And then that this Fanta inside this water represent that I am already a kind of celebrating, that I'm already a winner. That when people a kind of want to celebrate something, they normally involve drinks, that it represent the drink of celebration, that I'm already a winner. When you're saying, be saying it with conviction that you have already won. So when you have done that, then you use that water to bathe, allow that water to dry in your body with your soap, with your cream, with your sponge, and then with your towel. Remember that every spiritual bath don't need all those. If your body is dirty, you can actually bath your normal bath before this particular bath. After that, maybe your candle is still burning, allow it to burn down, go and sleep. Do this bath for the next 3 days. Then the very fourth day that you are actually going for that particular court case, the first thing you will do is to get 3 pieces of bay leaf that don't have any torn edges. Whether it is small or whether it is big, the most important thing is let there be no torn edges. So you get 3 pieces of bay leaf that have no torn edges like this. You just write your name and write victory at court today. Victory at court today. You write it in those 3, your name, and write victory at court today, and then you set it on fire and go to early morning sun and blow it before you start going. Then after you have done that, get a white paper and write at the back of that white paper Psalm 46. You can actually even do this writing in the night and just put it on in the morning. Psalm 46. And then come in the front, you rehearse it and pray that God will fight for you today. You are already a winner. You now come in the front of that plain white paper. Write the name of the judge, if you know the name. The names of all the party involved in that case, and what the case is all about. Maybe land dispute, election case. So when you have written it, put it in your shoe, flat in your shoe, and wear it. Make sure that where you wrote their names is what is touching the soles of your feet. Why Psalm 46 is the one that is a kind of touching your shoe. So when you put it, then get small quantity of mustard seed and declare that you are using this to set confusion in their midst. That is what you want they will do. Put it in your still in your left shoe. Put small salt too in your left shoe and wear it. Go to that court case, you will come back with testimony. Now, if you want that court case to end that day, you don't want that court case to proceed to another day or start inviting you to for that another day concerning that court case, then that 3 bay leaf you actually used to write about that court case, then get a padlock like this, any type of padlock, whether big size, small size, it's up to you. But make sure that that padlock is actually bought on a Friday prior to the day of that court case, because the angels that work on padlock actually work on Fridays. Buy it Friday prior to the day. Assuming that you have that court case on Monday, buy it Friday before the Monday. Then that particular morning you are going for that court case, after writing it in bay leaf like this, instead of burning it, open the padlock and put the 3. I don't want to open this padlock. I want to use something. That's why it's like this. The place that you used to kind of lock the padlock, put this particular 3 bay leaf there and lock the bay leaf inside. That's this mouth of padlock. We now puncture this bay leaf. Then when you have done that, you pray and say that today I am ending this court case. As I'm going to court today, this is the end. I'm tired of going. I am locking this case and I declare that this case is ending in my favor. I am going to be victorious. You know, you have already written your name and written that you a victory today at court case. So you're already a victorious one in it. So you now lock it that today is the end of this case and nobody will call me again for this court case. Then you get a white hanky, any white a kind of cloth like this, and use it to wrap this particular padlock very well. Without the key, you remove the key, you are the one that's going to be with the key. Whatever you want to do with it, if you want to go and throw it in flowing river, but make sure that this padlock, you didn't throw it anywhere. Find a place, dig ground and bury it. And declare that as I've buried this case today, you can even very early in the morning, before, let's say you're going for that court case around 8, around 5, 6, before you talk to anyone, you do this. Then go and look for somewhere and dig ground and bury this particular key. Bury it in such a way that nobody will actually tamper with it. If you don't have anywhere to bury it, you have a river, flowing river, throw it, but make sure that where you're throwing is a very deep one, not the one that fishermen another day if they want to fish and they will be able to bring it out. Some of them, when they bring a padlock like that, they will believe that somebody lock another person's destiny, because people use this to lock destiny and lock a lot of things in people's life, lock marriages, lock a kind of giving birth. So out of mercy, they will say, let's break this padlock in order to liberate that person. So this is one of the danger in throwing in flowing river. So just be sure of where you are throwing it, that nobody will ever tamper with it again, open it. Because if anybody opens it, the case you thought that has gone, suddenly there will be an appeal, it will be refreshed and you start going again. So make sure you throw it where nobody will tamper it, and by God's grace you are coming back with testimony. Then finally, as you are walking out of your hands, get this cinnamon stick and eat a little bit of it. It's sugary, it's edible. See it and eat it and use it to declare that I'm going to this court case and coming back with victory. Whatever I say is what will be heard. My lawyer, his own opinion is what to be taken. The opinion of other people will never be taken. I put confusion in their midst. I am coming back a winner. You know, this cinnamon is synonymous with manifestation of every good thing you want. So you use it to speak what you want concerning that court case. Go, and you will surely come back with testimony, tested and trusted. So with this, I've actually come to the end of today's video, believing that somebody has actually found value. If you're one of them, why not give me that thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Hit the bell notification so as to get my next upload. Comment on this video, share this video to everyone. You might actually be helping lots of people as you do all this. May God bless you, honor you, and cause you to ride upon the high places of this earth. Still your lady Jenny saying bye bye.